Lit lovers, welcome back to my channel, Crown Brown Books with your girl T. It is officially the weekend. We're going to kick back and talk about some things. I am so excited because I qualified and didn't even have to apply. First off, how is everyone doing? How was your week? My week was very good. Got a lot done. Got some good news, finishing up some books. Like, I've had a real good, productive, not too hectic week. The good news is, listen, I love when things just miraculously happen. Like, who doesn't? I didn't have to apply. I never applied, never thought about applying. However, I got an email to get my iPad so I can read it directly. So this is what I qualified for that I never ever even thought about it. But I was chosen, I was selected to be I'm eligible, y'all. I'm eligible. So here we are. Dear T, we are writing to inform you that in accordance with current guidance, you are considered eligible to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. As of Monday, January 11th, which was just this Monday, the COVID-19 vaccine has shown to be safe and effective. And we strongly encourage you to get vaccinated. There is no cost, like none at all. None at all. Lit York City, there's no cost. I qualified for the vaccine. I don't have to pay. I just have to make an appointment. Like, I love my job because I am an essential worker. I am a frontline worker according to New York City, New York State. They found little old me eligible. I didn't have to apply. I didn't have to sign up. Again, I said it. Like, it's all well in Lit York City. It is. Yeah, it really amazes me that I didn't have to apply. None of that. Like, I didn't speak to anyone regarding this here. I just read the email the other day and I was like, wow, me? Little old me? I mean, I wish everything was this convenient. Things that I wanted. Maybe a new house. Like, find me eligible and provide the funds as well. Yeah, just put it all in one package. Like, there's no cost for this. There's no cost for a down payment on a new home, a new condo. Like, just give it to me. Bless me. Bless my life, okay? I'm taking blessings all year long. Now, on a more serious note, remember last week in the last vlog that I had posted, I told you that we were having a book club meeting on Saturday. We were doing our vision boards the same day, same group of females. So it's 6 of us and we had the best time, like the best time. Remember, I'm still on Caste and I know you're probably wondering, like, why is she still on that one book? Listen, this book gets picked up and put down, picked up, because it's very deep. As I said, she discusses the caste system, caste versus class. And this book reminds me of so many of the back in the day movies, current day movies, any movies that had to deal with slavery or mistreatment of blacks, police brutality, corrupt politics. Like, it's all here. It is all here. Isabel Wilkerson, she goes back like literally decades, centuries ago. She talks about the 1800s. She talks about pre-war years, you know, in between each war year, pandemics, epidemics, like everything that you can think of that has been just a burden on people of color and minorities. It is in this book. Like, hardcore research, time, I wish I could interview her. Not even a long interview. I just need her to give me 5 minutes, 1 minute per question. I just need 5 quick questions with her. That being said, as soon as book club started, as soon as we got to rolling, because we meet via Google Meet, and I opened up with my reflection, the question of the night, the first question of the night, my reflection to the book, and it just went from there. And I was so caught up in the moment, and in the discussion, and the reflections, in the feelings, the emotions that we all had. I never pulled out my phone to record. And it wasn't until the end of the night, I was like, wow, I really didn't record. Like, we were really caught up, and the meeting was the longest meeting. We were in that meeting for hours. Remember, I said everything is so relative to the things that we've experienced over the last few years, even current day things. So I'm going to take you all to page 218, right? And you all see my post-its. So we're at 218, and in this story, because she gives a lot of blurbs and stories about people, whether from past or current, and the situations that we have faced due to the caste and the division of color, race, even the division among black on blacks, Africans versus African Americans, African Americans versus Caribbean Americans. Like, she really breaks it down. But this one story reminds me of, you know, when people just don't understand and they just want to be nosy. They either follow us, they're watching black people, people of color. They're just not minding the business that pays them. So here she is. So we're on page 218. And here the author herself, here she is, a big journalist, educated woman, black woman, successful woman, a businesswoman. She needs to take a flight from Chicago to Detroit. She's already running late. Remember, she's a businesswoman. She's a journalist. And as soon as she gets off the flight, she's greeted by a few men. Some DEA agents, right? Drug enforcement agents. And she's being questioned. Where are you going? Why are you here in Detroit? How long will you be in Detroit? What kind of business are you planning on handling in Detroit? Who will you be meeting up with? How will you be traveling around? Mind you, she's only there for 1 day, I believe. 1 day. And she's there to take care of business. She's flying right back to Chicago. After her business is done, flying right back to Chicago. You know how you take a shuttle bus when you're traveling? Sometimes the shuttle bus may take you to your hotel, wherever you need to go. She's on the shuttle bus, but the agents are surrounding her. The only black woman on the bus. She's nervous, she's anxious, she's scared. She's confused as to why she, a black woman, dressed professionally, dressed in business attire, has been confronted by these agents. She has no background in anything that refers to their roles and responsibilities as agents. Like, the connection is not there. She's lost. And during this time, there's no such thing as cell phones, video cameras. This was many years ago. She's stuck. So she begins to take out papers. She's jotting down what these men look like. She's so isolated because she has no one to ask for support, no help. And she can only go off of what she's being told. Who's to say that these really are agents? They could have been whoever, because of course they don't share the same skin color as she does. People on the bus are looking at her as if she's a criminal, as if she's crazy. They want to know what's going on. But no one bothers to ask her, is she okay? What's the matter? Why are you looking this way? No one. Just to give you a snippet of how she felt in that moment. The other passengers glared at me and at the other two agents and back at me again. I was in an utter disbelief, too shocked even to register fear. Like, she was stuck. Like, why me? She couldn't, there was no time to be afraid. Shock has taken over her. It was a psychic assault to sit there, accused and condemned, not just by the agents, but by everyone on the bus who looked with contempt and disdain. She goes on to say this: when you are raised middle class and African American in particular, you are keenly aware of the burden you carry, and you know that working twice as hard is a given, which it is. But more important, you know there will be no latitude for a misstep. So you must try to be virtually perfect at all times, merely to tread water. You live with double standards. You live with the double standard, even though you do not like it. You know growing up that you cannot get away with the things that your white friends might get away with. How profound. Like, as African Americans, people of color, we have to be almost perfect. And even in that perfection, we will be judged. We will never have that privilege to do, to think, to carry out the way our opposite counterparts, people of a different race, we will always be judged for the things that we do, even the things that we don't. That was one. I mean, imagine you're traveling alone, you're minding your business, you're a professional, and this happened to you. And I know for myself that whenever I'm confronted with any type of confusion, anything that I'm against or I don't stand for, I immediately get anxious. Like, I get riled up, I get upset. She was so shocked, she couldn't even process fear. Many years ago, just like today, the ops, the people who are against us, they wanted nothing to do with us, nothing to do with what we had to contribute to society, nothing we had that even offered a sense of independence, power, authority coming from a person of color. They wanted nothing to do with that. Like, they didn't want to hear about our accomplishments, our education. They didn't, like, no, don't tell them anything about a black, about a person of color, a brown person, anyone that resembled their African heritage. Like, they wanted no parts. So here in 1750, around the time, no, 1721, let me back up, when the epidemic of smallpox had come about, there was a doctor that had come in contact with an African man. The African man is from West Africa, and while back home in West Africa, they had learned of these very simple ways, to them, very simple ways to protect themselves from the disease, from smallpox. And remember, this is 1721. So the doctor is spreading the information to others, to other doctors, to the locals, like, listen, there's a slave. He's from West Africa. He said that if we inject ourselves with someone who has already been infected, this is something that can potentially be the cure, the prevention, right? No, no, sir. No way. You don't do things like that in those days. Not even today. Like, they don't want to give us credit for anything, like I said, that we had to say, our accomplishments. Nothing. So the doctor, he takes the idea and the information and he runs with it. He's providing this treatment even to his own son. He gets a group of people who wants to be inoculated, and he works with them. He treats them. He does what he has to do. Oh, when the good old boys found out, they would do with him. They threw a grenade at his house. They tried to kill this poor man. But he escaped, barely missing like death. Just barely missed death. Now, they said, who are you to take advice from a Negro? A slave Negro at that. Don't bring that mess over here. We don't want to hear anything from a Negro, a slave Negro, anything that came from the blacks, anything that came from West Africa, anything that came from Africa, period. But watch this. I'm going to give you the data. Like, if you can just get this book and read this part. Like, they wanted nothing to do with anything we had our hearts, our minds, our hands, our thoughts in. Nothing. So I'm going to give the data, right? Only one physician was willing to try this new method. He inoculated his son and the enslaved people he owned. In the end, the epidemic would wipe out more than 14% of Boston's population. Okay? But of the 240 people that the doctor had inoculated, only 6 died. Only 6. So that's 1 in 40. Even though, of course, we don't want anyone to die. But only 6 out of 240 people. Versus 1 in 7 people who forewent the inoculation. Right? So here, you had 14% of Boston's population dead, done, wiped out from smallpox. And here's the good old doctor that took the great advice from an African, from a black, from a slave. And he was able to save lives. Remember, 240, and only 6 people died. So more than 200, he saved lives. But they was trying to kill this poor man. They wanted nothing. And another quick story in the book. There was another man. Let's go back to our former great president, Barack Obama. Remember, he came out with Obamacare. There was a white man. The story is in this book. A white man, he needed surgery. He was dying, but the surgery would have saved him. If he would have accepted the Obamacare insurance, signed up, he wouldn't have had to pay much, probably free, because Obama is black. And this was something that he designed, that him and his team created, the Obamacare. Oh, that old white man, he wanted no parts. He said he will not accept anything from a Negro. He wanted no parts of anything that a Negro had touched or thought of, designed, created, even if it meant to save his own life. My God, how powerful. Like, how? And sadly, I'm sure there are hundreds and thousands, probably millions today who still feel that way. So what happened to the old guy? He went to his final destination. I don't know where that may be. But he decided to die. Dying was more greater to him and those who were close to him than to just take something that was designed to help people like him live. To go to the doctor. to get medication and treatment. Simple. All he had to do was sign up. But no, he chose death. He said, no, I'd rather die. A nigga what? You want me to take something that a Negro, a black man, had part in? No, absolutely not. And that wasn't just the only story. This book, and that's why I have to pick it up and put it down, pick it up and put it, because it's sad and it angers me. It hurts me. It puts me in a place, like, it makes me question people and things that they say. And of course, people of the opposite color. But, you know, it also gives me a sense of pride to be black. Like, I'm proud and I'm honored to know that color is a threat to you. Like, it's all good. Listen, I can go on and on and on about Caste. I'm almost done. Like, I'm basically done because she's like wrapping up the book. But yeah, that second half, it was something else. But listen, I want to share. I'm going to share. Like I said, I told you guys that I had to run and take care of some family stuff during our vision board, so I only got to do a little bit, cut out some stuff, so I'm going to share with you. You guys know orange is my favorite color. Yes, orange is it, my favorite color. So warm, so bright, so soothing. So yep, I have some quotes here. This is my winning season. If you guys don't know, that it's a good gospel song, so I mean, who doesn't want to win? Family is always near and dear to me. To pray, to build, to be consistent, to create, check out a new site. I do sometime, I'm not sure about 2021, about this year, but yeah, I am a very emotional person. As I said from this book, like, my feelings be in it. Like, I'm quick to be in my bag. Yes, and it's all good. Here's a camera, the picture of a camera that I need to invest in, not just for YouTube, but for other reasons. A new home. Remember in the opening of the video, I would love to be in a new place. Maybe a child, I don't know. Positive results. This book picture here says, little kid, big city. That would be a reflection. Again, your new home. This top quote up here, like, I'm all over the place, right, with the board because it's kind of big. To learn and grow the Ember way. Well, this is something else here. To learn and grow is to do so with love and culture, which I'm all about. Family and community, which I'm all about. Hint, hint, Kwanzaa. Empowering healthy minds, bodies, and spirits in every way, everywhere we go. Like, how beautiful is that quote? But the Ember way, that is a company, I believe, from the book that I pulled it, the magazine that I pulled it from. So here it says, makes us feel empowered, confident, and stylish. All about me. All about me. Advantage, just taking advantage of great opportunities, and I will be sharing some great opportunities in the upcoming week. The opening of 2021 has been nothing short of a blessing, like, just everything. And let's continue to be positive. We have an inauguration to look forward to this upcoming week. Remember, this is the weekend. Let's enjoy it. Let's do something fun. Do something that we like to do. I plan to finish up my board. I'm going to add some more color, some more quotes, some more things that I need to add on here. Now, it's not going to take long. The most, probably about an hour. I'm going to read. I am doing this 30-day self-care challenge thing. And today's care is to read for 15 minutes. I have already done that. I plan to read for the rest of the evening. But anyway, As I said before, enjoy, be safe, do something fun, like spread love. I don't know. Remember, tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this video. Like the video. Please comment. And until the next video, which I'm sure will be a vlog, I will see you later.